Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome back, you guys. I wonder, did you guys miss us last week? We missed one of our story times, but alhamdulillah, we are back and we are going to continue talking about the story of Prophet Adam alayhi salam. And today we are going to be talking about the story of the two sons of Adam. And inshallah, we will have a few students join us, but we're just going to go ahead and jump right in while we wait for those students, inshallah. So before we get started, let's just try to remember a little bit that we talked about in our previous stories. So let's talk about who was Prophet Adam alayhi salam. Do you guys remember who is Prophet Adam alayhi salam? You may remember that he was the first ever man to be created from clay. He was created and taught all of the things by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded the angels and Iblis to bow down to Adam alayhi salam in respect. However, do you guys remember what happened next? What did Iblis say? Did Iblis bow to Adam alayhi salam? No, he did not. He did not bow down to Adam alayhi salam. In fact, he refused and he told Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that he will not bow down to Adam. He believed that he was better than Adam and that Adam should be bowing down to him. He said that he was created from fire and Adam alayhi salam was just created from clay, and therefore Iblis was better than Adam, and this angered Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala very, very much. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala kicked Iblis out of Jannah forever. And in revenge, Iblis threatened that he will try to misguide as many Muslims or people as he can. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granted him that. He told him that he will indeed, Iblis, Shaitan will indeed be able to misguide you if you do not fear Allah. But the people who truly fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not be able to follow in Iblis's whispers, inshallah. And we hope that we are part of the people who will never listen to Iblis Shaitan, inshallah. So after that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created Adam's wife. Does anybody remember the name of Adam's wife? Adam's wife's name was Hawa. Let's just change this. Adam, sorry. All right, Adam alayhi salam's wife's name was Hawa, and she was actually created from the broken rib or the curved rib of Adam. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took this curved rib and shaped and created Hawa from it. And Adam and Hawa lived peacefully in Jannah and enjoyed all that they could in Jannah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told them they could have whatever they wanted as long as they did not eat from one tree that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forbid them to eat. No fruit could be eaten from that tree. However, the shaitan and his evil whispers tricked Adam alayhi salam into eating that fruit. And he first went to Hawa, Adam's wife, and he told Hawa that it was okay. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not mean that you couldn't eat the fruit. He tricked them, he lied to them, and he made them believe that it was okay to eat that fruit. And so Hawa ate it. And then she gave it also to Adam, who also ate it. And this angered Allah very, very much. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reminded Adam, is it not me who told you never to eat that fruit from this tree? Rarely Shaitan is the one who will misguide you. Then Adam and Hawa realized that they were very, very wrong, and they felt very bad for what they did. They asked Allah endlessly to forgive them. Oh Allah, forgive us, or we will be losers. Oh Allah, forgive us. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in his mercy and his kindness, he forgave Adam and Hawa. But because in their punishment, they still had to leave Jannah and decide to live on earth forever until they die. So that is where we are now. So Adam and Hawa lived on earth with their family and all of their children and all of their sons. Adam and Hawa had many, many children, but two sons in particular are the ones that we are going to be talking about because they were mentioned in the Quran. Now, some people say that these sons' names were Habil and Qabil, and you may have heard these names before, Habil and Qabil. Habil was a good son, and Qabil was a very bad son who did something very, very bad to his brother. And you're going to find out what happened in just a minute. So, it first started one day when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told Adam alayhi salam to tell his sons that they had to sacrifice something for Allah. That means that they had to give something that they wanted or something that they had so that they can make Allah happy. And we still do that today, actually. Sometimes before Eid al-Adha and even Eid al-Fitr, some people will still actually take like a goat or sheep. Maybe you've even seen your mom or dad have one, especially during Eid al-Adha. So sometimes you'll bring a sheep or a goat or something like that, and then you will sacrifice it, meaning you will kill it for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So you say Bismillah, and you will quickly kill the animal just for so that you can please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and this is a good deed. Okay, so this is a good deed if you do it, and it's halal meat. So it's also, it could be very yummy when mommy and daddy cooks it, inshallah. But that is one example of a sacrifice. Another sacrifice that some people give is sadaqah. They can sacrifice their wealth, or they may give grains or food, such as during Eid al-Fitr. You may have seen your mom and dad put together some like small rice or flour or something, and they will give that for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's sake. So they will give it to Allah, to give it to poor people to make Allah happy. So these are the kind of sacrifices that you can do. And a Muslim should always sacrifice something for Allah's sake so that they can make Allah happy. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told the sons of Adam that they should sacrifice something to make him happy, and to give back, to show thankfulness for all the things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave them, just like he gives us. And like I said, a Muslim should always listen to Allah and do these things to try to make Allah happy. However, one of Adam's sons did not accept that. He did not want to make Allah happy because he did not want to lose the things that he really likes. Instead, he refused, and he did not listen not only to his father, but he didn't listen to Allah either. And that is something that we should not do. So, remember, you always have to listen to your parents. You have to respect your mom and dad. When they tell you to do something, you have to do it. And that is one of the ways to make Allah happy. If you want to make Allah happy so that you can go to Jannah, you have to always make sure that you listen to your mommy and daddy and that you don't be naughty, because it's not very nice, and Allah will not be very happy if you are naughty. So, one of Adam alayhi salam's sons, which some people say his name was Habil, He gave a nice sacrifice to Allah and he made Allah very happy. And Allah accepted that sacrifice from him. But the other son, who some people say his name is Qabil, he did not. And so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not accept the sacrifice for him. And he reprimanded him that this was a very bad thing to do, to not listen to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the brother felt very embarrassed. And he did not like that Adam alayhi salam, also his dad Adam alayhi salam, also did not like his sacrifice. He didn't understand why he had to sacrifice something that he really liked. Why should he have to give to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? He didn't think that he had anything that he should give. And his brother was a big old show off. How dare his brother try to be better than him when he was older? The shaitan whispered in his ear, and the shaitan made him think very bad things about his father Adam alayhi salam and his brother Habil. He did not accept that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would not accept his sacrifice, and he started to become more and more angry about this whole thing and why it even happened in the first place. So one day, the shaitan whispered, Iblis whispered more and more into the ears of his brother Qabil, and he convinced Qabil that the only way that he was going to be happy and peaceful is if he did the unthinkable. He actually believed that he would have to kill his brother. If you guys have brothers and sisters, hopefully you have never even imagined such a thing. As you may know, your brothers and your sisters may be your friends. Even my sisters are my friends. I could never imagine even hurting their feelings or making them cry. But Qabil didn't care because he was listening to the shaitan. And that's what happens when you listen to the shaitan. The shaitan tells you to do things that are really, really bad to do. So the brother Qabil went to his brother and said, I will kill you. What can you imagine the response of his brother Habil when he heard this? What do you think he did? What would you do if someone said that they will kill you? You may be really surprised and say, why? What did I do to you that would make you want to kill me? But Habil was a good Muslim and he was listening and obeying Allah and he understood. And so Habil said he would not kill his brother. He said, if that's what you want, I'm not going to do that. But Allah accepts only the people who obey him. Allah only likes the pious people. He reminded his brother not to listen to the evil whispers of the shaitan, but to listen to the beautiful reminders of Allah and remember how much Allah has given them and how much we should be thankful to him. However, Qabil still did not agree. He was tired of listening to that. He said, I don't want to be reminded about Allah. I want to kill you. Habil knew that Qabil was listening to the shaitan. He couldn't believe his ears, and it hurt him very greatly that this would even happen to him. But he said, even if you stretch your hand to kill me, I will never try to kill you because I fear Allah and I don't want to hurt my brother. He said, this will be your sin. And if you do that, then Allah is going to take you to the hellfire where you will burn forever. If you do not stop listening to the shaitan, he reminded and pleaded with his brother, don't listen to the shaitan, Qabil. This is very bad. You will be a sinner and you will go to the hellfire. You have to fear Allah. You have to remember Allah. What do you think happened next? Do you think Qabil finally came to his senses and feared Allah? Have you ever had a bully? Have you ever had someone who was being really mean to you? What did they say to you? Did they hurt your feelings? Sometimes these people are not very nice and they say things because they are listening to the shaitan, and they do things really bad because they are listening to the shaitan. So when someone says something that you don't like, and if they are being really mean to you, one of the good things to tell them is to fear Allah. Tell them to remember Allah and remember that Allah is the one that we should listen to and not the shaitan. Because when you listen to the shaitan, you may do something that will make Allah very unhappy and go to the hellfire. Remind them of Allah, and then, as always, make sure to tell an adult if you are feeling like someone has hurt your feelings. Always go and tell an adult, inshallah. So, back to the story of Adam. The brother Habim tried to remind his brother Qabil not to not to think and do things that would make Allah unhappy and make him a sinner. However, Qabil could not listen. He did not listen to the reminders of his brother and his father Adam, who was the best man, not one, he was the best man at that time, who feared Allah most. Qabil would not listen because the shaitan whispered to him so much. And so he threw a rock to his brother's head, and it hit him in his head, and he killed his brother. He killed his very own brother. And that is very sad. And things did not end well for Qabil after that. He verily became one of the lost people. He didn't even know how to bury his brother. And he didn't even know what to do, what to even tell his father. He immediately regretted it and wished that he had never listened to the shaitan. But now it was too late. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala actually sent a bird, the crow. You guys know the crow? Crow has big wings. Well, kind of big wings, and it's usually black. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent the crow, who started to dig the ground, to scratch at the ground, and buried another crow. And that is how Qabil got the idea to how he was supposed to bury his brother. And he felt very silly now. Am I so lost? Am I so bad that I can't even know how to bury my own brother? I have to have a bird show me what to do? He was so lost and so misguided that even the bird knew more about how to bury his brother. The bird knew more about mercy and about how to handle the earth than this strong yet not wise Qabil. And Qabil felt very, very sad. He ended up wandering the earth, having no family and no friends to side with him, to be on his side. And when he passed away, he will actually be among the losers who will go to the hellfire. So this story teaches us many, many things. What are some of the things that you think that it teaches you? Well, one of the things it may teach you is not to listen to the shaitan when the shaitan tells you to do bad things, especially if the shaitan tells you to do mean things to other people. Don't listen to him. If the shaitan tells you to make fun of people, don't listen to him. If the shaitan tells you to push people or to fight someone or to fight your brother, don't listen to him. If the shaitan tells you not to listen to your mommy and daddy when they tell you to do something or to be naughty, don't listen to him. Always remember Allah And remember to be a good Muslim and a nice Muslim. And another thing that this story teaches us is to share and to sacrifice for the sake of Allah. If you have something, if you have a snack or a toy or juice or anything, it's better that you share than you hold on to it tight. The shaitan will be happy if you don't share. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not be happy with you at all. And we don't want that. We want to make Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala happy so that He will have mercy on us and take us to Jannah, inshallah. So we always have to remember to sacrifice what we have for Allah's sake so that we can make Allah happy. Now, one more thing. Did you know Qabil, or this brother killing his brother, was the first ever murder, the first ever person to die on earth? It is actually Qabil who first brought murdering and death unjustly and such heavy, bad behavior to earth for the first time ever. So anytime someone kills another person unjustly, Qabil is actually going to get the sin. Every single time, imagine how many people might have died on this earth so far, since the first man until now, and until the last days of earth. Every time that somebody kills another person, Qabil is going to get the sin. And he first started this tradition of killing other people. He is the first one to ever kill another person. So that is a good trivia to keep in your mind. Who is the first person to ever kill another person on earth? It was actually Adam alayhi salam's son, who some people say his name was Qabil. And we ask Allah to protect us from the whispers of the shaitan and to not make us a loser like Adam's son Qabil was. We hope that we never have a sad ending like him, inshallah. I am so happy that you were here to join me today on this wonderful story. And guess what, guys? We have actually finished the story of Adam alayhi salam. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And as always, make sure you comment. Let me know what you thought about it or what was interesting. And even if you have a question, you can always let us know, inshallah. And inshallah, we're going to come to you next week with a whole new story. So I hope that you continue to join us because it's going to be very fun and very exciting, inshallah. And I'm sorry that we didn't have our students to join us today. Allah knows best why they weren't able to come, but inshallah, we'll have our friends join us on the next one. I can't wait. I hope you can't wait either. And as always, have a wonderful day. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.